on board to be able to guide and direct the government of the day of how to do things better. Thank you very much. It's a great honour and a pleasure today to declare the South Australian Youth Symposium open.
Okay. You've got many challenges for today, haven't you? Thank you so much, Jean. It's always a pleasure to have you around. Keynote speakers, challenges and opportunities. I want to introduce you to Dennis Yengi, CPA, and he's a financial consultant, primary industries and regions, South Australia, PIRSA. And he's a young man who, if you read his bio, came very young from Sudan and has achieved so much, not only in his career but also in civic in his community. And I can also proudly say that he was one of our clients. So you can now, those of you who are still in a settlement transition, can see what you can do. You can see how high you can rise. So Dennis, welcome.
Good morning, everyone. First, I would like to thank Uncle Moody for welcoming us to this beautiful land. Also, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Honorable Jing Lee, Assistant Minister to the Premier of South Australia, Helen Connolly, Commissioner for Children and Young People SA, and of course, Eugenia Solis, the CEO of Australian Migrant Resource Center. I would like also to acknowledge my co-speaker, Cobra Ali, who is also here with us, and Ali is in. Ladies and gentlemen, today it is a very great honor for me to speak to you today on a topic that is so fresh in my mind. Each time I validate my train ticket to go to work, and that is living for our future. Today I stand here as one of you in so many ways. Once I was a naive high school student who was trying to figure out my future, a graduate who was keen to kick off a career, and also a young migrant and a refugee who arrived in this country with a huge responsibility of achieving unaccomplished dreams of my parents and that of my own. That is a short description of me a few years ago. Today, I would like to focus my speech on a few items that I hope some of you might be able to pick something from it, knowing very well that many of you are here because they're so eager to enhance their career or perhaps take it to the next level. And first and foremost, please allow me to speak to you about overcoming personal doubt, because I know that this is a question that is often lingering in the minds of many migrants and refugees. The fact that I was not born here, and therefore I do not have a competitive advantage when it comes to other things compared to Australian born. I would like to submit to us that that narrative, in my view, is incorrect. In fact, our overseas experience, whether it's good or bad, it's a strength to us if we can learn from it. It puts us in a better position, in competitive positions, when we are trying to harness our potentials, future potentials. It gave us the opportunity to develop resilience, the ability to adapt to different environments, and also to be able to overcome challenges in whatever setting, whether it's work, family, and social life. Having said that, during my final year at uni, I once doubted myself whether I could actually acquire a job in the area that I was studying in, because I have seen many migrant graduates that were taxi drivers or undertaking jobs that might also be regarded as odd jobs. And I was saying to myself, is it because I was not born here? Is it because these people were not born here and so they do not have the competitiveness to get whatever jobs that everyone else was getting? Until my lecturer actually encouraged me to apply for a graduate position at the South Australia Auditor General Department. Luckily, I took his advice, and in March the following year, I found myself auditing the South Australia Industrial Codes and Tribunal, and that involved interviewing one of the judges on how he was managing his finances. And I was sitting there to myself like, I couldn't believe this. And from that day, from that time on, that interview itself gave me the confidence and the belief that it does not matter whether you're a migrant or a refugee. If you are able to complete the training that you have and graduate from whatever field of study, you can actually be the same. You can be the same and have no difference with anyone, whether he is Australian born. And since then, I have never allowed any doubt or any obstacles to stand in my ways in the pursuit of my future aspiration. And I realized that all I need is really perseverance, dedication, and hard work. If indeed we are to live for our future, I believe one must also understand the Australian workforce, because this is where our future lies. And for those who are right now eagerly looking for opportunities to start their careers, one of the things that Australian employers will be looking for is the value that you will bring to the company or to the organization. Your technical skills will only be part of it. Another thing that employers will also be looking for is whether you will fit in. And so what does fitting in actually means? What it doesn't mean is that being the same. Because different good companies or organizations, they appreciate diversity, because diversity is good for business. Different backgrounds brings different thinking, communication, a way of solving problems and providing solutions. And also it might mean connections and networks and dynamism and also useful skills that might not be there in the organization. A very simple example could be a language. If a company is looking to expand, say, sales to Congo, is there anyone from Congo here? Or even Afghanistan? They could benefit from employing a staff of Congolese language skills. And of course, along with that language skill comes the understanding of a national culture and perhaps connection of businesses in Congo as well. However, what fitting in does mean is being able to fit into the culture of an organization. So what does that mean? And what does that mean for you? I mean, we can come up with a very long definition of what culture is, but to me, a simple definition of a culture is the way we do things. So among Australian companies or employers, it's also a way, Australian way of doing things. So will you be an asset or a liability? This is something that they consider when sizing you up for a potential opportunity. So I could go further and talk about this, but I think I'll leave that to you to try to explore some of the characteristics of the Australian workforce. I would like also to pose a question to you on how we can strengthen our chances of achieving our educational and employment goals. Yes, hard work and being smart, it's very helpful, but to me, that on its own is not enough, especially in today's competitive environment. And if you're a migrant or a refugee, it can also be a little bit harder. So, in order to strengthen your ability to achieve your employment goals, one must undertake extra activities to give yourself the edge over others. And I cannot underestimate the power of volunteering, whether it is in your local community, student association, or any professional club. I mean, this will help you in developing some of the soft skills that are very important during employment. For example, teamwork skills, communication, time management, organizational skills. I mean, these are skills that are required in every job, and yet they are not really taught at uni or universities. So one must find ways on how to